And I'm going to tell you right now, it won't be easy. It will be hard because life is hard. That's what life is. And these challenges, they're going to do their best to take you down. Do not let them. Stand up, dig in.
In the end, we are only as strong as the adversity that we overcome. The pain of the adversity will eventually subside, but the lesson will always remain. And that lesson will strengthen you to endure your next battle, this time stronger and wiser than before.
Line up those problems and confront them. Face them. Do not let them bring you down. In fact, let those challenges raise you up. Let them elevate you.
What do you do when you tried and failed and you want to quit and you want to give up? Because trying again means hurting again, means risking again, means believing again, means hoping again. Sometimes you can be blessed and be unhappy because even though things are going right, they're not going according to what you had believed and expected, and you know that something is missing out of your life. What do you do when something is missing out of your life and the things that replaced it do not compensate for what you lost?
I've always been told how average I can be. Always been criticized about being average. But I want to tell you something. I stand here before you, not listening to those words, but telling myself every single day to shoot for the stars, to be the best that I can be. Good enough isn't good enough if it can be better. And better isn't good enough if it can be best.
That's just for a new 9 to 5.
Turn your wounds into wisdom. You will be wounded many times in your life. You'll make mistakes. Some people will call them failures. But I have learned that failure is really God's way of saying, excuse me, you're moving in the wrong direction.
Other than death, all failure is psychological. Other than death, all failure is psychological. Think about that. If you aren't dead, then it's just psychological. It does not mean that you won't lose some battles, because you will. We all will. But it does mean that as long as you don't surrender, as long as you don't give up, as long as you don't quit, then you haven't failed. It just means you've made a temporary tactical retreat, a brief withdrawal, so that you can regroup and reattack. If you get beat, unless you're dead, you are not defeated. And you have not failed. What you've done is you've learned. You've gained experience, and you're still alive. So get up and go get after it.
We all live in this bubble. What you gotta do to get the life that God wants you to have, you gotta put more air in your bubble. You got to blow your bubble up. Expand yourself. Take yourself out your comfort zone. Put some more air in your bubble. If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail. You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful.
People say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if a rational person would give up. It's really hard, and you have to do it over a sustained period of time. So if you don't love it, if you're not having fun doing it, you don't really love it, you're going to give up. And that's what happens to most people, actually. If you really look at the ones that ended up, being successful, unquote, in the eyes of society, and the ones that didn't, oftentimes it's the ones that are successful loved what they did so they could persevere, when it got really tough. And the ones that didn't love it quit. So it's a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of worrying constantly. If you don't love it, you're going to fail. So you got to love it. You got to have passion.
If you think ordinary's cool, ain't no problem. It's some really wonderful ordinary people. But if you are sitting in this room and you have extraordinary aspirations, then you're gonna have to do extra. You put extra on top of ordinary and you come up with extraordinary. It's no other way. But here's the fact. All of you have extraordinary capabilities. All of you. You have to decide if you are willing to do the things to put you in that category. Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. He who loves to sleep and the folding of hands, poverty will set upon you like a thief in the night.
You don't have to live worried, focused on the problems, wondering why it happened. You know a secret. You have favor in the storm. You know what was meant for harm, he's turning to your advantage. Here's the key. The enemy wouldn't be fighting you if you weren't a threat. Now get ready. Favor is about to turn things around.
Yo, good morning, everybody. I want to say welcome to Coffee and Crypto, the #1 cryptocurrency morning show in the world. It is Thursday, November 24th. Happy Thanksgiving to each and every single one of you all. Happy Thanksgiving. And I want to say thank you for taking the time to get on. I already know, all right, today is Turkey Day. People in the kitchen, people are cooking. But I got to let you guys know that before I get ready to go eat, I got to make sure that we still get this information and we still eat. So shout out to everybody that's tuning in live on Zoom. Shout out to everybody that's on YouTube. And if you're seeing this video later on, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to you and your family as well. So today's call will not be a super long call, but we do have some updates. We do have some major things to talk about in regards to cryptocurrency, where we are right now on this Turkey Day. It is a beautiful day, and tomorrow is Black Friday. And we know that right now, the Forex markets, if you're in the United States, if you're in another place, most other places may not actually celebrate Thanksgiving. But if you're in the United States, then we know that you may celebrate Thanksgiving or some type of get together with you and your family. So right now the markets are closed, the banks are closed, and they open up for one day, which is tomorrow, which is Black Friday. And we know that there'll be some epic discounts, not only in the stores, but there'll be some epic discounts that'll be happening in the cryptocurrency market, inside of the stock market, inside of the bond market, and every other single market, because we see this year in and year out. So what I want to do right now is I'm going to pull up the actual where we are currently in this market. All right, I'm going to pull up where we are inside of the market today in regards to cryptocurrency. So we are at $831 billion market cap. So we're at an $831 billion market cap. Looking at Bitcoin, pretty much being pretty standardized right now in regards to the percent that's up. It's not up 1 or down 1%. It's under 1% on the 24-hour, the 1 hour, and the 7-day. Very similar to Ethereum as well. Ethereum coming in at $1,100 currently right now. And then XRP is one of the only coins right now, other than Binance. But I mean, if you look at across the board, I mean, we have some pretty good discounts. Litecoin is up 31% over the last 7 days. Solana's up 6%. But for the most part, we'll see a lot of red, and then we see some high green numbers. All right. But more red than green is happening inside of the cryptocurrency market. So that means cheers to you guys. We yet have another Black Friday sale for you all to take advantage of what's happening inside of these markets. Now, let's continue to push forward to some of the news that I found on crypto Twitter. I'm going to take a sip of this coffee. Happy Thanksgiving, and I appreciate you for tuning in live from the kitchen with us. Okay, so first video that I want to show you all on today was a video, it was a slip up from Terry Duffy. He slips and admits that he bribes the CFTC as well. So talking about Sam Bankman-Fried, they did this interview, and it's a short clip, 20 seconds, from Terry Duffy, who's the chairman and CEO of CME Group. So let's listen to what this gentleman had to say on this quick clip.
Assessed his character and his vibe because you met with him in person, but you also assessed, you know, the fundamentals of his company as someone involved in business would. Why did none of the regulators do that? Where was Gary Gensler?
Well, I don't know where Gary Gensler was, but my regulator at the CFTC, I asked them, why in the world are you in
assess his character and his vibe.
So that's just a slip up to show you. I mean, you know, I don't know why he would have said bribe, why that was on his mind, why he would, you know, say that in regards to CFTC. But it seems like a lot of these bigger companies, what they've been doing is they've been paying off the politicians, the government officials over at the CFTC, the FTC, the SEC, and all of these other 3-letter organizations that are out there, or 4-letter organizations. So to continue pushing forward in regards to some more news, there's a huge conference that is coming up on this upcoming I believe it's this next Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it was yesterday. I think it's next Wednesday. But the New York Times will be hosting an event coming up. It's called. Well, let's pull it up. So it's called the NYT Deal Book Summit. All right, and they have some huge speakers. Janet Yellen will be there. Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Meta. You have Sam Bankman-Fried. You have Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City, Larry Fink, chairman of BlackRock. Huge CEO of Netflix will be there as well. The CEO and president of the New York Times will be there speaking. This huge bank right here as well will be there, and Sam Bankman-Fried. So right now, there's a lot of animosity going on inside of Twitter, social media, the news, and people feel a huge slap in the face that this guy is not in jail yet. He's not in prison. He's not on lockdown. They actually are going to have him speaking at this event. Now, if you haven't heard, this event is going to cost a bare minimum of $2,499 to attend. So some of the most well-off people will be at this event. All right. Now, he even made a tweet. Sam Bankman-Fried, he made a tweet saying that he will be speaking at this event. But something that I want to show you guys is that right here on their website for the New York Times, they said Sam Bankman-Fried is a 29-year-old American investor, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. He is the co-founder of FTX US, a US-based cryptocurrency exchange, and also the co-founder of FTX.com. This is crazy that they use the word philanthropist, right? Now, he was doing some philanthropic duties, right? But it was not proper. It would have been okay if he had done all this from the money that was his own billions. But the fact that he took customers' funds, investors' money that was sitting on his exchange and sending this over to fund these campaigns and fund the war in the Ukraine and all these other, it really shows a character flaw within Sam Bankman-Fried. Now, something else that I want to show you all that I thought was pretty interesting was this article that New York Times actually released. All right, actually released in regards to Sam Bankman-Fried. All right, this came out. This was released on, let's find it, November 22nd. So just a few days ago. All right, it says inside Sam Bankman-Fried quest to win friends and influence people. So they use the book name by Dale Carnegie. And so it says in just 3 years, the FTX co-founder built a massive operation to woo politicians, regulators, and nonprofits to support his crypto goals. Scrolling down in here, let's read a little bit about what they said, because remember, the New York Times is the one that is actually hosting this event. And the facts that they have him as a philanthropist on the website to kind of make it seem like he was just this sweet investor that got put into an unfortunate situation is really, really messed up. Okay, shout out to everybody that took the time to hop on the call. Guys, we still live on Coffee and Crypto. Like, we're not playing no games, no days off. CNN, New York Times, all the biggest channels is still live today. They are still bringing you news, and we're going, I don't care if it's Christmas. I don't care if we're in the middle of the apocalypse. I'm going to shoot this call because we deserve to make sure that we're inside of the know. So make sure you drop those coffee emojis. If you're tuning in on YouTube or you see this later on, you're hearing this on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, tap that subscribe button, tap in with us, and make sure that you plug in with us each and every single Tuesday and Thursday. Guys, I really want this. I'm not playing no games. I really, really want this. I'm about this life. And I know if you're tuned in on a Thanksgiving live from the kitchen, you in there cooking right now, I know that you want it too. That's the type of people that I want to be around. I want to be around winners, and I'm super excited to be around each and every single one of you all that took the time to pop in today. Now, in May, the founder of a Chicago nonprofit that works with recently incarcerated people got an email from the father of Sam Bankman-Fried offering to make a donation on behalf of his son's cryptocurrency exchange. So he got an email from the father. All right, now let's continue to dive into this. Soon after, FTX pledged to give the nonprofit $600,000. A consulting firm hired by the exchange blasted the news to members of prominent think tanks, urging them to praise the program publicly on Twitter. At least 2 email recipients did so. The money never made its way to the nonprofit. The nonprofit was called Equity and Transformation, but the pledge and its attendant publicity provides a glimpse into the inner working of the sprawling influence campaign that Mr. Bankman-Fried shaped before it all came to a halt this month when his company was forced to file for bankruptcy, prompting a criminal investigation. In 3 years since Mr. Bankman-Fried launched FTX, the company, its executives, and its philanthropic arm, spent or pledged hundreds of millions of dollars in political and charitable contributions, consulting fees, investments in media outlets, and even real estate. If you guys didn't hear, Sam Bankman-Fried's family, his parents, they actually bought like multiple, I think it was like 9 or 10 investment properties in the Bahamas. So they've been literally setting themselves up. They knew that this time was coming. But the thing is, when you have that amount of money, you got to protect yourself through real estate. You got to protect yourself through different other types of investments out there, gold, silver. And I guarantee you that they weren't just sending money to these political campaigns, but that money that didn't make it, where did it go? It probably went into real estate or some other asset. So if they did take this hit as a company, their family would still be set for generations and generations. And it looks like this is what's happening. It's looking like FTX is getting a free pass. Now, let's continue to push forward through this New York Times article. It says a network of political action committees, nonprofits, and consulting firms funded by FTX or its executives work to court politicians, regulators, and others in the policy orbit with the goal of making Mr. Bankman-Fried the authoritative voice of crypto. This guy, and along with Gary Gensler and all the other chairs of these committees, were looking to monopolize this industry. I got to sip my coffee on that, right? Now, he said, while also shaping regulation for the industry and other causes, according to interviews, email exchanges, and an encrypted group chat viewed by the New York Times. It says that politicians, advocacy groups, and fundraisers are now distancing themselves. Some lawmakers are offloading campaign contributions from Mr. Bankman-Fried. Guys, this is getting really, really spicy. This is getting really, really hot. And all eyes is on Sam Bankman-Fried. Right now, all eyes is on Sam Bankman-Fried. It says, in some ways, FTX followed the playbook of larger and more established corporations that spend years carefully spreading money through the political system to cultivate relationships and build clout. But FTX's influence operation launched faster and was more frenzied. It blurred the lines between corporate affairs and political activity and prompted concerns among some involved about whether the money was being spent effectively and in compliance with strict campaign finance laws, while leaving some potential beneficiaries feeling like there was a quid pro quo. Now, I want to say this, okay? I want to say this. The FTX team, the company itself, they have a very, very intelligent and a very strong team to make these types of decisions. Hell, Sam Bankman-Fried is a dad and mom are both lawyers, and they're both law. They are both law law professors, okay, at, I believe, Stanford University, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that is the university. Oh, no, actually, it's not Stanford. It's one of those Ivy League universities. We've talked about it here before, and I can't think of the actual name of the university, okay? Drop it in the chat box if you know. However, what I need you guys to understand, okay, what I need you all to, Columbia, thank you. So what I need you all to understand is that they're well equipped to not have made these types of decisions, but because of greed, and because they don't really care, guys, things are starting to truly unfold on the end of this. Now, this is a pretty long article, but I want to make sure that we take the time to go through this so that we all kind of understand how this is unfolding, right? So let's skip down a little bit. Okay, and let's go here. Mr. Bankman-Fried and Ryan Salam, another FTX executive, burst onto the big money political scene during the 2022 election as their net worths soared. They established themselves in FTX as influential cross-partisan givers. To determine where to spend their money, representatives for a newly formed super PAC operation, which was created by Sam Bankman-Fried's mom, that received money from FTX executives, sent questionnaires to dozens of candidates to assess their stances on cryptocurrency. Okay. In early March, representatives for one super PAC, Web3 Forward, were pleased when the campaign of John Fetterman, the Pennsylvania Senate candidate, returned a completed questionnaire expressing support for the crypto industry. According to people familiar with the situation, need nothing further from Team Fetterman. Thrilled he is pro-crypto. A consultant for Web3 Forward emailed an ally of Mr. Fetterman. So it seems like if you were pro crypto, which a lot of the Democratic nominees, they were literally voicing their opinions, and you could see it. More Democrats were pro crypto during this past 2022 campaign. Why? Because if they did, they would have a lot of money that will be getting poured into their campaign from these. And I guarantee you, Sam Bankman-Fried is just the first one to be exposed. Alameda is the first one to be exposed, but there's going to be tons and tons of cryptocurrency platforms that gave investor money away. You heard it here before you heard it anywhere else. I guarantee you there'll be another, there'll be another large player, but there'll be a lot of other smaller players that'll continue to roll out that actually did the exact same thing, all right, as this behemoth, all right, of a company, FTX. Okay, let's continue to unfold this story. Now, it says that in a podcast interview earlier this year, Mr. Bankman-Fried said he expected to spend north of $100 million. All right. Republicans also had high hopes for Mr. Salam, who donated nearly $24 million in the 2022 campaign. I told you all before, and I'll tell you again, this is a two-sided stick. It's not just Democratic, but the Republicans also are pro-crypto, and they're getting their campaigns funded. So this is what's happening right now in regards to the cryptocurrency world, cryptocurrency space, and what's happening with this FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried debacle. Everybody wants to know, and I'm telling you right now, this guy is still on the loose. This guy is still on the loose. Okay. Now, let's move forward to some Ripple news. I wanted to give you guys some updates. Now, if you've been paying attention to my Instagram, I don't post a whole lot about it. All right, but make sure you all follow our business page. It's actually Simply Niched. Okay, Simply Niched. And so that is I'm going to actually drop it. You guys can follow that Instagram page if you're into real estate. All right. So I'm going to drop that for you all. All right. But the reason why the next couple things we're going to talk about is real estate and Web3 based. And the reason why we're going to talk about this is very simple. All right. And the main reason is because what we're doing right now is we're moving into a truly decentralized world, a truly Web3 and a global takeover. All right. And we have to be informed. There's so many ways that blockchain technology is going to be utilized in the future. Guys, I want to show you some stuff I've uncovered this morning. It's super exciting, but give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds, everybody. All right, so we're back in action. Had to get a charger for my computer. Make sure that we don't fall. Make sure we don't go out. So here we go. All right. So right now, November 23rd. This was yesterday. This is a new article. You know that Ripple's always is something. Look, something that you want to look for when you're looking at companies to invest into. You know, I heard something that a gentleman said on a interview with Earn Your Leisure. He's managing $400 billion. I forget the name of his company, but you know, he's definitely into private equity investing, venture capitalists. And what he said was, you cannot expect to become the best. You cannot be a Warren Buffett and be a doctor at the same time. It does not make sense. You cannot become the greatest investor of all time and you don't spend time researching and reading things that investors are reading. You're not spending time with the charts. If you want to become the best, this is what you have to do. If you want to become the best trader, this is what you have to do. If you don't care about becoming the best, it's okay, but you still have to plug in with the best, with the people that are looking to become the best. That is the key. And so that's what I look for inside of companies I'm investing to. What are those companies that are continuously putting out blogs, putting out education, educating the masses in regards to their space? Ripple does a fantastic job at this, and this is why I continue to believe in this company. Now, they talk about the global stablecoin race is on. Okay, the global stablecoin races were on. 2022 might well be remembered as the year of the stablecoin. Despite getting off to a rocky start with the implosion of Terra, the stablecoin sector rebounded to reach a new high of 1 trillion in monthly trading volume back in August, all right, and has been on the agendas of the World Economic Forum, the Committee of Payments and Market Infrastructure, and U.S. regulators, as they continue to evaluate its role and impact on economic markets. There's so much stuff that's going on right now. They're talking about in regards to stable coins, a lot of negative stuff and a lot of positive stuff. All right. Now, as stable coin growth continues and more use cases are explored in the broader crypto landscape, Ripple has also picked up the pace and gained traction with new partners like Stably and Stasis. Together with Ripple, they'll be tapping the XRP ledger as a fast, low-cost, and scalable blockchain that offers clear liquidity, reliability, and interoperability advantages for stablecoin issuers. So here comes the floodgates that are going to open on the XRP ledger for new programmers and developers to come out here and create these stable coins. Okay, on these networks. It's about to get real. All we needed was a stable coin that's built on the XRP ledger, just like Binance has one, just like Ethereum has them, just like, you know, we need one for the XRP ledger. And I do believe that this is going to be huge, all right, over the next couple of years, especially with XRP, with Ripple, the company, XRP ledger being completely focused, are one of their biggest 3 focuses. One is cross-border payments, one is ODL, and the other one is what, family? The other one is CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. Okay, this is huge. All right, so that's why the XRPL is best suited to support stable coins at scale. It's built to support the tokenization of any asset. The XRPL can handle a high volume of transactions that settle in mere seconds and cost only a fraction of a cent. This native token functionality also makes it easy for issuers to create, issue, and manage any asset without the need for a central intermediary. New stablecoin issuance on the XRPL. The powerful combination of security, reliability, and interoperability is what led Stasis, which issues the largest euro-backed stablecoin, EURS, to integrate the XRPL as a public decentralized chain with high levels of liquidity and accessibility. All right, now they're building the largest euro-backed stablecoin is now being built on the XRPL. But this is not, this is not inside of the news. Web3 payment infrastructure provider Stably recently chose to issue its USDS stablecoin on the XRP ledger, all right, because it offers liquidity and settlement at scale for tokenized assets. Okay, this is huge. All right, stable coins as multi-chain assets. The use of both USDS and EURS across multiple blockchain networks aligns with Ripple's vision for a multi-chain, multi-asset future. We just talked about, literally on our Tuesday call, we just had Greg come in and bless us with Quant, all right, and Quant's overledger technology. And so, as we know, overledger is what is going to be one of those technologies is going to allow for this multi-chain, multi-asset future. Okay, so these connections, this ISO 2022, this messaging standard. See, it's not necessarily that ISO 2022 is even that important, but conversation, the messaging standard between banks has to become more frictionless, right? More frictionless. So why is interoperability important? Stablecoins rely on an issuer as the counterparty, which hinders them from interoperating across payment networks. With the XRP ledger, its native digital asset XRP acts as a neutral bridge asset that can be sent directly without needing a central intermediary. This makes it easy for stablecoin issuers to bridge two different currencies and seamlessly exchange them across payment networks quickly and efficiently. Furthermore, the XRPL's auto bridging feature, wow, they have an auto bridging feature, features helps improve cross-currency liquidity for more streamlined, cost-effective. Okay, so auto bridging. You got to click on this, right? So if you want to know about auto bridging, you have to go look into the XRP ledger. Right? Any offer in the XRP ledger's decentralized exchange that would exchange two non-XRP currencies could potentially use XRP as an intermediary currency in a synthetic order book. This is because of auto bridging, which serves to improve liquidity across all currency pairs by using XRP when doing so. It's cheaper than trading those currencies directly. This works because of XRP's nature as a native cryptocurrency to the XRP ledger. Offer execution can use a combination of direct and auto bridged offers to achieve the best total exchange rates. So this auto bridging feature is huge. Shout out to XRP and the developers over there. Let's continue to dive forward. This came out November 22nd. Drop those coffee emojis. Utility-based NFTs solving real-world problems in real estate. Now, this is becoming a big issue because people that are within crypto Twitter are also upset about this. Let's go look at this thread, right? Let's go look at this thread. This guy right here, Michael Arrington, says, I love Ripple and this startup seems fine, but the first paragraph is talking about something Propy Inc. did, not them, and it's stolen valor. Propy invented real estate NFTs, popularized them, and now this company is copying it. Now, what I believe is, okay, Ripple is a behemoth. And just like any other behemoth, think about it. Twitter is a behemoth. All right, understand this. There was something before Twitter Spaces that was called Clubhouse. How many people remember Clubhouse? Clubhouse is still available, but Clubhouse is becoming, there was a point where Clubhouse was the jump. Everybody was on Clubhouse. I mean, it was a big thing. Well, Twitter created Twitter Spaces, and the problem was that Clubhouse only had access for iPhone users. If you had an Android, you couldn't use Clubhouse. That was a problem. Well, Twitter Spaces said, you know what? We already have this platform. We're going to create Twitter Spaces. And it doesn't matter if you have an iPhone or an Android device, you'll be able to utilize Twitter Spaces. It's the same thing that's happening with Propy Inc. All right, Propy Inc. This company right here, Propy Inc. If you don't know who they are the Zillow of Web3. You go to Propy Inc. to be able to purchase real estate through NFTs, through cryptocurrency. All right, there are real estate agents that are licensed, that are on here through the MLS, and they're selling properties. All right, now follow me here. Okay, let's continue to dive. All right, so it seems like people are upset about Ripple coming in and pretty much taking this utility, but it is expected. All right, it is expected. Now, it says, I like that you still believe in Propy, because no matter how much they copy Propy will succeed. Then Propy says, thank you. Right. And then it says, Propy Inc. Wouldn't it be better to migrate to the XRP ledger for a better, faster, and cheaper network? All right. Now, got to remember, Propy, the coin itself is a ERC20 token, if I'm not mistaken. Right. Let's go look that up. All right. Remember, this is why we have this show. Right. We are in full research mode on Thanksgiving morning. All right. So Propy is a coin. PRO is its ticker symbol. It's 40 cents right now. Okay. It is built. Let's go see what network Propy is built on, right? So Propy is a cryptocurrency that operates on the Ethereum platform. Okay. So understanding that Propy operates on the Ethereum platform, what platform should Propy actually be operating on, family? Can y'all drop that in the chat box for me? What platform do you think it should be operating on, right? Definitely not Ethereum because of the gas fees. So now the NFTs are going to be more expensive. It makes more sense for them to migrate, right, to the XRP ledger. It says, seems like Ripple has chosen their horse. Let's see how it goes for them. I facilitated discussions between Propy and Ripple several times. Zero interest. Despite that, Propy promoted XRP as a favor to us. All right, now let's go dive into this article. Okay, this is what I'm very, very excited about. Tokenized real estate. This is something that I promise you over the next 5 to 10 years, my biggest goal is to integrate, is to help, all right, be a part of that integration of Web3 and blockchain technology with the real estate world, all right, for investors and also regular buyers, home buyers, all right, homeowners. So for investors, homeowners, and everybody in between. Okay. Now, in early February, retail buyers, that's what it's called, retail buyers. So in early February of this year, Leslie Alexandra sold a home in Gulfport, Florida, for $654,310. That sale made real estate history as the first home sold as an NFT on the blockchain in the United States. The home and other properties that have since been sold as NFTs and paid for in cryptocurrency are all herald a sea change coming to the real estate industry. Like other assets that have been tokenized as NFTs on blockchain, art, season tickets, carbon credits, and more, real estate NFTs are gaining traction because they solve real world challenges. All right. So streamlining property transaction using NFTs. All right. So number one, the reason why you would want to use NFTs is because if someone wants to purchase a home and let's say rent it out, but let's say you want to have ownership, meaning you want to take over title for this home, you would be able to run this title, skip all the escrow, the title checks and everything, and run all of that faster through the blockchain because the blockchain will hold all the information. You wouldn't have to worry about someone in a governmental office or at the county office that you got to wait for to run through all this stuff, because right now we have to deal with man. If we could facilitate this and automate this through the blockchain, it would make buying a home as a homeowner or buying a home, as an investor or selling a home, as a homeowner or selling a home, as an investor or wholesaling a home, as an investor, it would make this process 10,000 times easier, right? It says interested buyers should be able to quickly and easily view prior owners, tax records, pricing history, and any legal disputes involving the property. For real estate agents and property management companies, an NFT can also be more easily and widely marketed. In the case of Alexandra's Gulfport home, the auction drew nearly 3,000 bidders. And the reason why is because now you don't, here's the thing, right? When it comes to bidding for real estate, now it doesn't have to be people that's in the state. It doesn't have to be people that's in the country. NFTs are global. So you can now literally bid for these NFTs anywhere. It does not have to be inside the US. Somebody in Dubai, all right, I was actually taking a jog this morning through Florida. I'm in a beautiful city in here in Florida. And so I'm running the Gulf of Mexico this morning. And I was looking at all the new construction bills that they have for these ocean homes. So beautiful, right? And I was thinking, I was like, wow, all of these homes are probably owned by one company, right? They're just homes. These resorts that's around here, they're probably owned by 1, 2 companies, 3 companies, maybe some type of joint venture relationship that they have. But imagine if this same $20 million new construction build, instead of one person have to come up with $20 million, imagine this. Imagine they sell 20 NFTs at $1 million a piece. Now, 20 people can own a portion of this $20 million profit, or maybe they do 10 NFTs or 5 NFTs. But now you can make it scarce. You can make it available. It could be 100 NFTs and everybody can get a small portion. It really just makes sense on how you structure the smart contract. But this is what is happening. And now people can have fractional ownership of real estate buildings in New York, Dubai, Miami, Atlanta, anywhere, right? So now we are selling properties virtually through NFTs, and NFTs show true ownership, and everything is held inside of the blockchain. This is what Ripple technology, this is what the XRP ledger is doing for the world. And this is why, look, this is why so many people are looking to build on XRP ledger, because right now they have a $250 million creator fund to foster new NFT use cases. Guys, these are things that we're going to be diving into in the 2023 year. All right. If you're a part of the Discord group, we're about to get ready to add in real estate inside of that group as well. Wholesaling, different things like that. It is coming to that group in 2023. All right. Once I build more relationships within this space, once I participate and start to flip more properties myself, and I really understand this space, guys, I'm going to be looking to teach you how you can also flip these homes and make money yourself. And you can do that within our group inside of Discord, because that's what we'll be building. Because when XRP shoots to the moon, XLM, XDC, HBAR, Ethereum, Bitcoin, the question is, what are you doing with your money? What are you going to do with that investment when it goes up? And the answer should be re-diversify into other assets. Guys, I want to say thank you so much for spending the time on this beautiful Thursday morning on Coffee and Crypto. This was another, great episode. I really believe that we had an amazing time together. And, this was episode number 58. If anybody has anything that you would like to share, anything that you love, all right, shout out to everybody on YouTube right now. The YouTube fam is in the building. Shout out to y'all as well. Make sure y'all smash that subscribe button, all right, and tap in. But if you're live on the Zoom, raise those hands up. Would love to hear from you on this beautiful Thanksgiving morning. Oh, yeah. And before I call people up, I got a huge Black Friday announcement. I'll be making a video today. I'll be dropping it on all social media. It'll also be dropped inside of a short on YouTube. So if you know someone that wants to join our Discord, they're looking for a private mentor going into 2023, dealing with cryptocurrency, they're looking to get everything set up. I have a Black Friday deal that I have not done before. I've never seen my prices for one day only. My prices for my program has never been this cheap, and they never will be this cheap again, only for one day. So if you are excited, if you know someone, if you hear about this, make sure you plug in, guys, to the Black Friday sale that we will be posting up for our Discord group and also for our private one-on-one mentorship group as well within the Secrets of Crypto and Money Mastery Academy. So with that being said, Jamel, feel free to unmute, brother. I appreciate you. Welcome to the call, bro.
Hey, good morning, everyone, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Hope everyone has a blessed day with their families and everyone. One thing I wanted to say, I love this call, like as always, but keep your eyes open on the charts. This morning I smacked the trade on NAS 100, and that made my 3% for the day. So I'm done trading. I made my goal for the day, so I'm good. I actually made 5%. And since it's Thanksgiving, just to keep your eyes open on the market. I feel like something might happen, some news or something. So yeah, just keep your eyes open, man.
All righty, appreciate it. Ms. Zuli, the floor is yours.
Hello, happy Thanksgiving. So wonderful. Just pleased. I'm glad that I got the message because I wasn't sure. I had you traveling, so just like everybody else. But it's great. I just really love your commitment to the community, to us, to the world. Really, in terms of to get the information out for us to know what the companies are doing, because we really have to be not only be concerned about government officials, but where our dollars are going in terms of investor dollars. And that's really crucial, particularly now with the financial industry in terms of all the changes that are taking place. So there are no holidays for any of that. So I'm glad that you reminded us of that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Absolutely. Well, I want to say thank y'all so much for taking the time to get on to Coffee and Crypto. As we get closer and closer to 100 episodes, the YouTube has been growing organically. People are finding out about us. The comments are great. If y'all do me a favor and just go comment on a couple of the last videos, it helps with the algorithm. Just drop some love, man. Something that y'all learn every time, the recording is on the YouTube. If you get on live on Zoom, do me a favor and just go drop something inside of the chat. Not in the chat, but inside the comments on the video after we're done. It really, really helps with my algorithm. It helps me to get out there. It helps my hashtags to be seen a lot better because I do believe that this show deserves thousands of viewers as well. We're sharing really good information, guys, and I can't do this without you all. Like, I'm a one-man band. I need help, and I'm calling everybody in this next season to just be a leader. Be a leader. If you're on this call, be a leader. Step up and share this link. Send this out to people and let them know how important it is for them to show up in this season, because I will not stop. I will not stop. I don't care when XRP hits $100. If when that happens, I'm telling y'all right now, we still are going to have some shows going on. We're still going to have big things going on, bigger interviews, bigger money, bigger scenes, bigger backgrounds, bigger cities, bigger views. Just everything is going to be bigger. So I want to say thank y'all so much. All right. Y'all have an amazing rest of your day. Enjoy, eat. Make sure y'all eat. All right, make sure you eat with your family, enjoy with your family, and I will talk to you guys on the next call next week. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.